Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
My friend, the perfect day will never come for you to chase your destiny, for you to make that decision, for you to do that thing that moves the needle forward. The perfect time will never come. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Often in life, we are waiting and waiting to do the things that we told ourselves we would do, that we told others we would do, that we've dreamed of doing. We're waiting, but what are we waiting for? What are we waiting on? If not us, then who? If not now, then when? We already know that someday is a day that doesn't exist. You will never find it on any calendar. It is not one of the days in the week. And yet, we are putting off things till someday. We say, someday I'll. We live on someday I'll. Someday I'll make it work. Someday I'll make it happen. Someday I'll go after it. Someday I'll do the thing. Someday never comes. It doesn't exist. Or tomorrow. We put off things till tomorrow even. Even tomorrow doesn't exist, for as soon as you get to tomorrow, another has been born. Another tomorrow is created. So you see, there is no tomorrow. There is only today. There is only right now. That is literally all you have, this now moment. So, only put off till tomorrow, which you are willing to die having left undone. It is a statement for which I'm still striving to live up to in my life. And I was the biggest procrastinator. There are still things that I wish to do and I wish to get done, but no longer wishing, right? For a wish is just a wish. We must turn these wishes into action. These dreams, we must wake up and make them our reality. So what will you do, my friend? Will you just whine and wish? That's what I used to do. I used to sit around, whine, wish, and wonder how and why my life wasn't the way that I thought it could be. But we always have it within us to choose. Write it out. Design it on paper. You will achieve it on purpose. What gets written gets done. Speak it into existence and just do it. Do it. Do it as if tomorrow does not exist, because, my friend, I have news for you. It doesn't. Think of doing push-ups. I once heard from Dan Locke a wonderful push-up analogy. People who are perfectionists, which is possibly what I was when I was being a procrastinator. I was waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect time that never came. Being a perfectionist is interesting because there are those of us who don't even know that we are perfectionists. And yet, we are waiting on the perfect time. Think of doing a push-up. You want to do the perfect push-up. You say, okay, well, maybe if my hands are like this, or okay, well, no, what if I wear this t-shirt while I'm doing the push-up? Or I want to make sure that this is the perfect push-up. What if my hands are like this? Or maybe I'll just position myself like this. Now, put yourself, after 100 days, who is further along? The person thinking about doing the perfect push-up haven't done even one, not a single one. Or the person who just does 10 every day, they're not perfect, but he just does 10 every day. After 100 days, who is stronger? Who's further along? Who has progressed more? The person who does it, not the one who's thinking about it. So once again, my friend, don't wait for the perfect moment. That moment is not coming. Take the moment and make it perfect. I have to remind myself all the time that there are people with less time than me. I say time in quotation marks. People who have responsibilities, requirements, people taking care of whole families with children, people with whole jobs, businesses, careers that have less time than me. People who actually have more of a reason or more of an excuse to say, it's harder for me to do something. Not that it's impossible, but when I realize that, what excuse do I have? What reason do I have not to do this? And if I don't do this, in a year from now, a year will have passed. Where will my life be if I don't do it? That was the question I had to ask myself. We are either moving towards pleasure or moving away from pain. I decided that pain was the greatest teacher for me. To avoid a life of less than, avoid a life of lack, to avoid a life where I did not feel fulfilled, not achieving my purpose, not living a passion-filled life. I get to do these things. And if I'm going to make something of it, I've got to make it right now. For the life you want tomorrow, you've got to live today. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray you received a kind message from this episode today, letting you know that there truly is no perfect time. Time will continue to go. Do like the clock does. Keep moving. Share this episode with a like-minded individual learning and growing, becoming their greatest version, being all they can be just like you, my friend. I believe in you. Will you believe in yourself? Pay it forward so more can hear the message. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, welcome, my friend. Happy to have you here. Definitely subscribe if you're not already for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Supporting it there is much appreciated. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate and contribute to the podcast. Much love to you. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night wherever you are, and take care, my friend. Hey there, my friend. So, you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.